adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as your guide. Where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco.
I wasn't ready. This episode of Beyond the Quest is recorded live and is presented unedited. That means it's raw, real, and in the moment. You might hear random buzzes, a kid cameo, or me hitting the wrong button, and that's just part of the charm. If there's a technical hiccup, well, it's probably MoonPie's internet. Now for your favorite roll call of questionable decisions. We have McMedic, who gives off boomer energy, accidental chaos, and has a secret hidden Timo obsession that only comes out when no one's looking. We have Moonpie, whose upload speed is slower than a sloth on holiday, and his tech skills are somewhere between a toddler and a Bible character that's never laid eyes on modern technology. We have Taco, the well, actually guy who knows everything and makes the rest of us feel like failures for missing it. We have Napkins, the tech whisperer, chaos manager, and occasionally the only reason why the stream works at all. Together, we're current or former first responders trying to live out our Christian faith. You're going to expect to hear some depth, some laughs, and at least one story that we probably should have ran by a lawyer first. And if it gets weird, or you hear random impressions of current or former famous people or presidents, that's just part of the charm. Content warning: this show sometimes touches on heavy topics, including mental health struggles, depression, suicide, or self harm. Please listen at your own discretion. If this isn't what you need today, we still love you. Take care of yourself first. If you're inside the US, you can call or text 988 or visit 988lifeline.org or reach out to your local resources. Our views are our own and don't necessarily reflect Slim Chance Gaming, our sponsors, or partners, though they're probably already shaking their heads. Speaking of which, this episode, as always, is brought to you by Angry Vet Nation, the nonprofit helping veterans and first responders break into streaming, brotherhood, purpose, and letting us go live unsupervised. Major respect. Listener discretion is advised. Coffee is encouraged, and prayers for our internet are always welcome. And if Moonpie gets too emotional, just remember he's still figuring out life without that emotional support beard. All right, ladies and gents, seatbelts on, mics hopefully on, and let's enjoy this beautiful disaster we call a podcast.
Boomer Energy and Timo Lover?
And yes, that intro was written by Angry Vet's own Brittany.
Well, Brittany, it kind of hurt a lot. It's okay. Because it's a free country and you're allowed to say what you want. According to some people.
Unless you don't agree or you're offended, then it's illegal.
Yes.
You're only allowed to say what you want if you're liberal. Did you not know that? You guys got to learn how society works.
You got to learn to work at computer. Where are you?
I don't know why it will not load anything on any browser. I'm surprised I'm still here.
It's all love. Anyway, this has been an exciting morning.
It happened.
Do. Moonpie is a ghost. The ghost of sushi. He is samurai.
Sushi ghost.
We knew it was bound to happen sooner or later that we would get plenty of hate mail. And boy, did we.
Don't be nervous. You will be proud. Guarantee
Before
it.
we get too far into this episode, I just want to point out we have a disclaimer for a reason. From the beginning, we are 40 episodes deep, and if you have not realized by now that this podcast is literally where we discuss anything and everything in our own personal beliefs and opinions, then we have failed you, and I am sincerely sorry.
And don't forget, there's
say it-
always that box you can check of I'll come on the show and we can discuss it.
You can. I mean, we literally say it at the beginning of every episode. We've said it since the first episode of we're not always going to agree, and that's okay. So we did get some Roast the Host that was submitted from our very own Faith Pulse. But before we get into that, we are first going to touch on some hate mail we received.
Oh, is that what we're kicking off with?
That I'm
That's
so
what
mad
we
at
are
your show.
starting off with.
What did he say?
This show it makes me so mad.
One of
I
our
can't believe you talk on it.
one of our hate mails was bold enough to reach out to Angry Vet Nation, and with their permission, I'm going to share that email as well as their response.
But I think we should start with what they sent us first.
That's what I'm going to do. So,
That's what we're kicking the show off with, huh?
that's what we're kicking the show off with. She wanted her 5 minutes of fame. We're going to give it to her.
Daggone.
Some sweet chin music. I tell you, that would be wonderful.
So I'm first going to read her hate mail to us directly. Let you guys discuss it or reply if you want, and then I will read what she sent Angry Vet Nation as well as their CEO Chad I will read his response. This comes from a true fighter for the front lines.
AKA
And
Karen.
it says, I cannot believe what I just heard on your latest episode. Your quote discussion quote about Charlie Kirk was beyond disappointing. It was outrageous. Charlie Kirk was nothing but a manipulative, self-serving, hateful blowhard, and the fact that you, as self-proclaimed Christians, agreed with any part of him is completely hypocritical. You claim to follow Christ, yet you validate the words of someone who did nothing but spread divisiveness and cruelty. How do you justify that? I listened to hear thoughtful, faith-based discussion, and instead you openly praised or nodded along with someone whose ideas are antithetical to everything Jesus teaches about love, kindness, and humility. Your willingness to agree with him, even in small ways, makes me question the integrity of your show and your so-called Christian values. You present yourself as moral guides or at least thoughtful commentators, but in this episode you were blind, hypocritical, and complicit in spreading toxic ideology. I expected better. I expected honesty, grace, and discernment. What I got was hypocrisy masquerading as commentary, and it disgusts me. If you're going to continue this podcast under the banner of Christianity, I hope you sincerely I hope you seriously reconsider that voices you amplify and what you say you agree with. Otherwise, you are just a group of self-righteous charlatans using faith as a shield for poor judgment. As for me, I'm going to continue spreading the love of Christ to all people, including the members of the LGBTQ plus community, regardless of what my so-called brothers in Christ think. Sincerely, a true fighter for the front lines.
Oh boy.
Who
wants
said
to,
we didn't love?
Yeah,
That's
who
my
wants
question.
to explain to this fighter on the front line that there's different types of love and love is not a real thing?
Well, to be fair, I think we also mentioned last episode that man's idea of love is not God's definition of love either. And
Exactly.
I think Moonpie was the one that mentioned it and said that's where a lot of people get confused on.
Look at the rich young ruler. Rich young ruler come to Jesus and wanted to know, what must I do to be saved? And he's bragging about how he's kept the commandments since his youth. And Jesus doesn't hold back. He tells him, he says, sell everything and follow me. The guy gets offended, literally offended, and walks away. Jesus didn't chase him down and say, oh, it's okay, love is love.
Vet
No,
says,
he
this
let
is
him
going to
walk
be a
away.
good one. And Ninja says, you don't have to agree with someone to love them as a human being. How dare you use common sense and logic?
And furthermore, the hate, what's the name of the hate person? Hate mail? Where'd this come from?
Frontline warrior or something?
A true fighter for the front lines.
Okay. So, apparently LGBTQ activists. So that must be the front line they're on. That's all I can figure out. The only thing I can tell you is, first of all, you have no backing to the grounds that you're trying to stand on. If you're going to sit here and accuse us of standing with hate, at least have some sort of, and I'm not talking about pulling a half of a sentence snippet out of a video that you didn't watch because you're too lazy to actually do the research yourself and you just go by whatever you're being force fed. I'm talking about actually listening to it.
This
in
would be
its
so
context.
amazing if you could see him on the screen.
It would be. This is your conscience speaking, and it's telling you you're an idiot.
No, you actually bring up a great point too, that even a lot of people who up until 3 weeks ago would have identified themselves as liberal or Democrat have come out and said, I've went through hundreds of hours worth of his videos and I have found nothing racist in them. I found nothing divisive or hateful in them. What it really comes down to is they don't like his point of view when he tells them that I disagree with people who want to live as part of the LGBTQ because it doesn't line up with the Word of God. And that's what they don't
My
like.
thing is, so like you all mentioned, instead of taking a snippet out of a video, if you take the political side out of all of it, because to me this sounds more like somebody that tries to throw political stances in on everything. If you take the political side out of all of it, and instead of just trying to see what you see on social media and run with that, because that's how everything gets started and all the drama gets started in the first place. One, like we said, there's a difference between God's love and then what man thinks love is. Granted, not hating on people, but like Ninja said, you don't have to agree with someone to love them. But we also said, there's a difference in loving and condoning something. I mean, you take a serial killer out here, you still, as a Christian, have to love that person, but you're not going to be running around, oh, I support them, blah, 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 because sin is sin. There's not one greater than the other. If it doesn't line up with the Word of God, you can't condone it and say, oh, well, they're going to heaven too. If they don't turn their heart over to God, then you can't enter in. That's the biggest thing is souls saved.
So, just real quick, the Bible has 3 types of love listed: eros, agape, and philia. These are Greek words for it. They all translate to the word love, but they all have different meanings. Eros is where we get the root word for erotica from, so that should tell you it means romantic or lustful love, physical. Philia, as in like Philadelphia, it means brotherly love, friendship. Agape means pure, highest form of love, unconditional. It's what God has for everybody. When Jesus says to love one another, he is using agape. He is not telling them, go out and hook up with whoever you want. He's telling them, go and have unconditional love for one another. He even goes on to say, no greater love does a man have for someone than to lay down his life for his brother.
Hey, look, I see a moon pie.
Okay.
I don't hear a moon pie, but I see a
I
moon
don't
pie.
hear him either.
And you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So with all that out of the way, I'm not going to give any input. I think Chad's reply to this listener is perfect. So, with their permission, this was the email they received from this same person. To whom it may concern at Angry Vet Nation, I am absolutely appalled that your organization sponsors the show Beyond the Quest. On their latest episode, the hosts openly agree with Charlie Kirk, a man who was hateful, manipulative, and divisive. To hear self-proclaimed Christians validate even a shred of his ideology is beyond offensive. It is hypocritical, morally bankrupt, and utterly disgraceful. By continuing to sponsor this podcast, you are associating your name and mission with content that spreads toxicity, undermines Christian values, and betrays the trust of your supporters. Your mission is to support veterans and first responders with integrity, purpose, and honor. Yet here you are, funding a show whose host publicly praised someone who sows hate. This is not just irresponsible, it is shameful. I am urging, no, I am demanding that you immediately pull your sponsorship from Beyond the Quest. Your continued support implicitly condones their hypocrisy and their amplification of harm rhetoric. Anything less is a betrayal of the very community you claim to serve. If Angry Vet Nation cares at all about integrity, morality, or accountability, this sponsorship will end today. Anything else makes it clear that your organization prioritizes exposure over principles, and that is simply unacceptable.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to read Mr. Chad's response. Dear concerned listener, thank you for taking the time to write us your passionate letter. We always appreciate when someone cares enough to engage with the work we do, even if your perspective is, shall we say, a bit overzealous. First, let me assure you, Angry Vet Nation stands firmly with Beyond the Quest and the host. Yes, they discuss figures like Charlie Kirk, and yes, they occasionally find common ground in ways you might personally find distasteful. But here's the thing, the world isn't as black and white as your inbox would have you believe. The hosts of Beyond the Quest are thoughtful Christian men who navigate complex discussions with nuance, humor, and authenticity. If their commentary makes you uncomfortable, perhaps that discomfort is a reflection on your own expectations rather than their integrity. And here's a tip, you can always quit listening. No one is forcing you. We support Beyond the Quest because they represent our values of honesty, transparency, and community. They are unafraid to tackle difficult topics, wrestle with ideas, and do so in a way that is raw and real. Qualities that, judging by the tone of your email, you clearly underestimate. So no, we will not be quote pulling sponsorship, quote. In fact, we are proud to stand with this crew. They challenge themselves, their audience, and occasionally your sensibilities. And that's exactly why they're worth supporting. If you find yourself struggling with content, that's okay. Not every show is meant to be comfortable or fit neatly into a box of what I agree with. We suggest you consider listening with curiosity instead of judgment. It's amazing what a little open mindedness can do. With warm regard, Chad, CEO of Angry Vet Nation.
Drop some chads in the chat, y'all. Listen,
That was chatterific.
I told Chad, not only am I proud, he made Vet proud there. I guarantee that. Agreed. Check the box. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's on there for a reason. Instead of getting on there and just, I'm mad and blah, 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 blah. Check the box. Come on the show. We don't have to agree. We can talk.
Only adults know how to have a conversation.
And anymore, that's a rare thing.
I think we should change their gamer tag. Since they think they're a hero, we'll call them Captain Karen.
With a K.
With a K.
Captain with a K. All right. We've got one more hate mail to get through, and then we can get into our
Sweet.
Our show here.
Sweet.
This one comes from Pancake Pirate.
Pancake Pirate.
Yep. It says, honestly, I don't even know why I keep listening at this point. The
But you
show
do
feels
keep
like
listening.
We got you hooked.
the show feels like chaos masquerading as entertainment. Endless tangents, random impressions, inside jokes that make no sense unless you've been listening since day one, and technical issues that never seem to get fixed. It's exhausting, not fun. I came here for meaningful conversation and insight, but half the time it feels like I'm eavesdropping on four people arguing with their own internet and each other. The heavy topics you bring up, mental health, faith, personal struggles, etc., get lost under the noise, and sometimes it feels downright disrespectful. I get that it's live and unedited, but there's a difference between authenticity and unprofessional chaos. If this is supposed to be a podcast people can take seriously, it's failing. You're alienating listeners who don't want to sift through all the nonsense to find the actual content. Fix the pacing, fix the audio, and for the love of God, organize the conversations. Otherwise, you're just a loud, messy group of people screaming into a mic, and I won't be back.
But yeah,
Okay.
you came back.
So before I touch on this, I'm just going to say something.
I wish you could
Raw,
too, Ninja.
Real entertainment is literally the slogan on our website. We sound like a loud, messy group of people screaming into a microphone because half the time that's what we are. That's the whole gimmick of the show. The whole gimmick of the show is that we don't shy
China.
away from any topic. We will discuss any topic, and we will do so in a way that is meant to be comedic or humorous. Sometimes we do touch on things, on traumatic topics like mental health or personal struggles or suicide, and that stuff we typically don't get comedic with it. Every now and then we will throw something in, but when it's time to be serious, we get serious. If you don't like it, I mean, at this point, I hate to say it this way, but you are basically saying that we're unprofessional and we're losing viewers. But our insights, our analytics speak for themselves. We get well over 500 views per episode. Obviously, somebody likes what we're doing out there.
The wife says,
If it ain't
bye.
you, that's fine. Quit listening.
Yeah,
Right?
what do they expect out of us here? I mean, we're clearly not professional. We're all sitting in different places using webcams to do this over Twitch.
One of us is in a hotel that can't even keep a computer running more than 5 minutes.
Right?
Did you just say you're in a hotel room sitting on a toilet? Is that what I heard?
No, I said
No.
I'm in a hotel room, but it looks like I'm on the toilet.
We got a peepaw in here now too.
I'm just gonna say
It
I don't
says, haters will be haters.
I don't
know if this is the first time I've seen Napkins and Chad both fired up at the same time. This is amazing.
And I think the responses that we get from people, like the one we had, was it last week or the week before? And we get them all the time from people who talk about how they were struggling, and then they tuned into the show, and it uplifted their spirits and pulled them up out of the darkness. So Mr. What was the name?
Pancake something.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Pancake, how about you go tell that person who was on the edge of making that final choice to end their life, and God used this platform to show them that there is still hope and give them joy and peace and laughter again. How about you go tell them that you think this show needs to be pulled off the air?
That it's too unprofessional
Yeah.
and messy.
And
Well,
if you
guess
think we're
what?
so
Life's
professional,
messy. Get over it.
Pay for us all to be able to go full time in a studio.
Yeah. Get us a studio, bro.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we
I'm
need
not
a
no oil
SCG
man.
headquarters. Make it happen.
The headquarters.
I'm not
HQ.
going to lie to you. So I'm going to read something. I wasn't going to on the air. I put it on the website. I put it on my personal Facebook. I wasn't going to read it on the air, but I'm going to. Specifically because of this, because I want to share an email that I received an hour after I posted this on our website. I received an email from a listener who asked for my personal phone number, and I gave it to him. And I'll tell you exactly. It'll come clear whenever I read their email.
He's fired
But
up. You can see it. His napkin's wadded up right now.
His
What I
head's turning
posted
red.
this morning
Do it, bro.
is I said, as Suicide Awareness Month comes to an end, I just want to share something from the heart, from someone who has been in that dark place before. Stay. You matter. You are worth it. You are loved. I know life gets hard. It gets heavy for all of us. But here's the truth. Every single hard day you've faced, you've survived. Every time life has knocked you down, you've gotten back up. You shouldn't have had to go through some of the things you've been through, and for that, I'm sorry. For whatever pain you're carrying right now, I'm sorry. But hear this. You are so much stronger than you think. You've made it through 100% of your hardest days thus far. You are enough. You are worth so much more than the weight of your struggles. One thing that really opened my eyes when I was in my darkest moments was this. When someone decides to take their own life, the pain doesn't end. It transfers. It moves to the hearts of friends, family, and loved ones. It leaves a ripple of heartbreak behind. You may lie to yourself and say, they wouldn't miss me, they would get over it, but I promise you they won't. There is not one person who has lost someone to the demon of suicide who doesn't ask themselves daily what they could have done differently. There's not one person that doesn't ask themselves how they could have helped. They ask themselves why they didn't reach out more. They blame themselves. There's not one person who doesn't wish that they couldn't get one more phone call, one more text, one more hug. I promise you, no one ever gets over it. That is a lie. That is a delusion that you try to tell yourself to trick yourself into thinking that this is the correct answer, the correct solution, but it's not. I promise. So here's my challenge to you. When you feel like you're at your lowest of lows, even if we've never met, reach out. Message someone. If you think you have no one, message me. Even if I'm a complete stranger to you, ask, do you have 7 minutes? Because I promise you, any person with even half of a heart would rather hear you vent, cry, or scream for 7 minutes than read your obituary. I love you. Jesus loves you. You matter. You are enough. Please stay.
Well said.
So, that's what I posted last night. An hour after I posted that, I received an email. It says, "Hey Napkins, you don't know me. I'm a listener. I oftentimes check out your guys' Facebooks and your socials, as well as your website. I happened to catch what you posted, the stay um, the stay article. Would you mind giving me your phone number? There are so many times that I literally have no one. I have no family. I hardly have any friends, and I don't want to feel like a burden to them. I have to thank you. I've watched your words, your heart, and your honesty, and it hit me in a way I can't even fully put into words. Especially when you said the pain doesn't end, it transfers. I've carried so much alone, thinking I was protecting everyone else by keeping it inside. And hearing you say that, it broke something open in me. It made me realize I don't have to do this by myself. That reaching out doesn't make me weak. It might actually save someone I love from the ripple of pain I've been holding on to for so long. Your voice, your story, your courage, it matters. It gave me permission to breathe, to cry, to ask for help. I don't know you personally, but somehow you made me feel seen, even when I felt invisible for so long. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being real, for staying, and for reminding me that even in the darkest moments, I'm not alone." You can't tell me that we don't help people. You can't tell me that this show is not important. You can't tell me the stuff that we say, the stuff that we do doesn't get heard by people and matter.
Take that, pancake.
You know, I get they may not like the fact that we do a lot of jokes when we're doing this show. We all have worked as first responders. We all have dark humor. That's just one of our
Truth.
coping mechanisms. That's just part of who we are now. If they prefer something more serious, they ought to check out the other show. We tend to be more serious on there, less jokes. But if they don't like our format, they don't like how we are on here, maybe they need to look for something else to find what they're looking for.
And you know, there's a reason that we added in the disclaimer that we're all current or previous first responders, because first responders typically have a messed up sense of humor, and they typically make jokes out of things that most people wouldn't joke about.
Or get offended by.
But that's what helps with the trauma. And you know, there could be somebody out there like the person who sent me that email. There could be people out there that's going through this dark stuff, and if they could just laugh about it, if they could put it into a way that they could laugh about it, that's healing in of itself. And you may say, well, that makes no sense. Well, who are you to judge how another person heals? Who are you to judge how another person deals with their trauma? Whenever I went through everything I went through, and I was in the spoiler alert for some of you that don't know, whenever I was in the inpatient rehab, some of the best things that helped me was whenever we were forced to go to group and they would crack a joke about something being awkward and we would all start laughing.
Boom Pie looks like he's been dying to say something. So I've just
Go
been
ahead,
waiting.
Cry.
Oh no, I was just listening intently.
He was holding that mic like he was just going to.
I just have to hold it. I have nowhere to put it this much. So I look like Walter Cronkite without the mustache. I do think they have to understand it. There are going to be some inside jokes. That's just part of it, But it is what it is. And you have to remember, like you guys said, we have all either been first responders or currently are, and it's just part of the nature. And as far as the chaos goes, I mean, we can't be held accountable for that because, one, there's some stuff that's out of our control, And it's not like this is a professional setup in any way, shape, or form. And two, our mom took Tylenol when she was pregnant with all of us. So
Ninja said, I had a buddy I served with in the Army that decided to take his life August 30th. Although I haven't heard from him in some years, it still hurts just as bad. You always wonder if there was something more you could have done. We didn't serve in the military, but there is a lot of first responders that have. And like Taco was talking about, the twisted sense of humor and stuff. Listen, those military people, they have the exact same thing. And
that's why we love Cal.
I have a lot of respect for people that go into the military. And that was one reason that whenever we decided to first try the it wasn't a 100-hour challenge last time we done this Stop Soldiers Suicide Awareness. But that was when we first really started to decide to take streaming serious, and it was something that really hit home because Cal is a veteran, and he's had some really dark days. He's struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts, and there's been several nights I've stayed up till 7 o'clock in the morning talking with him just because he's been struggling and dealing and battling with those demons. And it being able to do this charity challenge again this month, it's an honor to be able to do it. It's not because, hey, we got to get on a game for 100 hours. Yeah, the main goal is to raise awareness towards it, and it's lit a fire under Cal too. And I got to talk to him. I think it was last week, and he said just being able to get on for this challenge for what it stands for, it really does make him want to help reach other people that need help.
Yeah.
Try holidays with them and all of our children, right? Morning, kitty. Napkins don't hold back, brother. They open themselves. Truth.
All I'm gonna say, there's been comments made about how I'm fired up this morning, and I'm sorry, but I am. Like the.
I feel like a head shake should have went with that.
The stigmatism that's around mental health is one thing that I will die on that hill, because so many people do not take it seriously, especially whenever it comes to men's mental health specifically. And for you to get on here and tell me that we are not making a difference, whenever to this day, I believe that's about the 10th email that we've got similar to that, about how we have convinced people single-handedly to stay one extra day. And even if it's just one day, hopefully it's more, but even if it's just one day, we gave them that hope. And this show gave them that hope. I mean, and for you to discredit that, screw you. I mean, honestly, the people that get on here and say stuff like that is the same people that get on Facebook and other social medias and say mental health isn't real, that's just people crying for attention. And for you to take something that literally makes people contemplate putting a gun to their head and pulling the trigger, you are a piece of crap.
He said that with love.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm reading the chat over here.
Uh-huh.
And I see Mom put, she said, no, I ate peaches with taco. She ate pickles and cheese with me. She ate tomatoes with napkins, but she sniffed gas with me.
Peepaw says, after 34 years in law enforcement and corrections, you see things that can't be unseen. You carry those things with you the rest of your life, and if you can't take a joke and laugh at a lot of them, then you would not be able to get by some days. Yeah.
Amen to that.
That's the thing about it. When it comes to first responders and veterans, you see a lot of stuff that most people just could not deal with in any way. And our way of dealing with it is we make jokes. We turn it into something we can have a laugh about so that it doesn't weigh on us.
And I've got one more thing I want to say on this topic.
Get it, Napkins. Get it, buddy.
I'm gonna tick off both Pancake Pirate and the Karen that sent the other letter. I'm gonna pull a Charlie Kirk, and I'm gonna say, if you disagree with what I'm saying, send in another message with your Discord or your email and check that box that says you want to be on the show and prove me wrong. I challenge you.
How dare you invite someone to dialogue?
Kitty, yeah, we've got a podcast. It's on all the podcasting platforms, and we put the videos up on YouTube.
Every
And if you're not a big
Monday.
enough person, if you're not a big enough person to do it, then shut your mouth because you have no right to talk.
And I just want to say, if you do hear this and you do it, then I just want to say, well, you're still here this morning, aren't you?
Yeah, this is Kitty's first time to the show. This show is literally about anything and everything. There is nothing off the table.
I'm so hot I gotta take my hoodie off. I'm sweating over here.
Wait. What do you mean with the doctor's permission? Was that about the gasoline?
Yes.
The doctor told you could sniff the gas?
Ninja
had to
says
be
exactly.
Dr.
That's how a lot of
It's
people
okay.
cope with laughter.
It
Exactly.
had to be Dr. Gopal.
Napkins is wadded. Listen, Napkins done burn up.
My face is hot. I'm
yes.
telling you.
It's okay, go ahead, sniff the gas, baby, be okay. Little at a time.
Well, there's another hate mail.
How dare you say it's
It's
okay to
alright.
sniff gas?
Some of the liquid amoxicillin that tastes like bubblegum.
That took care of it. It didn't even matter if you were sick.
Yep.
Every time he'd pull it out of his bottom drawer in his office and be like, take this. And give you a shot of the bubblegum flavored amoxicillin before you left his office.
Didn't matter
Helps
what you were there
everything.
for.
I'm pretty sure when I did my physical,
He's
To
just
join-
here for a checkup.
I haven't seen Napkins this passionate, I think, ever.
they
I don't
touched
know.
the button.
You ever seen him talk to technical sport, you would. But, I mean, this is pretty close.
Customer service.
Yeah, he don't like customer service. Kind of like me and Walmart greeters, but no, that's why I was talking about napkins. Get it, napkins. I'm so proud of you this morning too. I don't have a emote drop for you. Sorry, Chad's got one though. You guys are like the same person. I'll give you one. Ba-da-ba-bum. There you go, buddy.
Anywho, now that I've
Napkins is wadded, folded, and now wadded back up in a ball.
now that I've got on my soap opera this morning, what's on your brain, fellers?
I don't know. I just kind of want to keep hearing you go on.
Yeah, I feel like there's more you want to say.
I mean, that just like I said, that's one thing that because
Now, granted, coming from working on an ambulance, you do see a lot of people that try and take the mental illnesses that people deal with and use it
Yep.
for attention.
and-
You do
and I
see
will
a lot
agree.
of it, but that's what gives it such a bad rep with everything.
Especially
I
when it's
agree
time
with
for your
that,
mountain
but-
comp evaluation.
But my thing is, though, when you start writing every one of those off as this is for attention, this is for attention, it's just like the story of the boy that cried wolf.
and healthcare in this area is not great, man. I'm just going to tell you, it's not great, and I'm just going to be completely honest and real with you guys. And I don't know if I've ever even told anybody this. So it's no secret at this point that a few years ago I did take an attempt. I was on a 3-day hold at the hospital, and whenever they came in to do my evaluation, by policy they had to wait They had to wait because there was an actual attempt made, and then they came in to do my evaluation. And prior to them doing the evaluation, there was a healthcare professional who was assigned to my care who came in and told me out of their mouth, if you just tell them that you're okay, you didn't mean it, it was an accident, you'll get to go home tomorrow.
Yep,
Yeah, they didn't want to do any work.
that's exactly what it was. Less paperwork on them.
That's shameful.
It's kind of like cops. Well, we'll just call an ambulance.
And
But you
you
won't
know,
move on the scene until we have it set. So
that's
whatever.
to me, that's one of the things. Like I said, the whole mental health thing in general fires me up. That's one thing I'm passionate about. It is one thing that, um, like I said, I will die on that hill because it is not taken seriously enough, in my opinion. And I do feel like that if you are a person who actually cares, who actually is properly trained, you can tell the difference between somebody who's being serious and somebody that's faking it.
Oh yeah.
And there are people that fake it. There's people that fake back pain so that they can go get narcotics. It happens with every illness. Does that mean that nobody has back pain because some people lie about it? No. But
I mean, you've even
to
had people
me,
faking cancer and stuff to try and get donations and support.
exactly. And to me, like that situation where that professional told me that, that is somebody who has that twisted mindset. If if has that twisted mindset of people don't necessarily, they have that, to me as a healthcare professional, because I am a healthcare professional. I may be on the lower end of the totem pole, but I am. But if I was to go into somebody and they were to look at me and be like, I'm kind of nervous about this evaluation, I would look at them and say, just be honest. Just be truthful and honest. That's the only way they can help you.
Faith says this show helped me. Anyone says no can turn it off. I'll stay.
We
Yeah.
can keep the faith.
And if we can, I know that a lot of shows, a lot of people, a lot of platforms shy away from the topic of,
We're not seeing Nephkin's bald head today. He's fired up.
they shy away from the topic of mental health. They shy away of the topic of suicide. They shy away from the topic of depression. They shy away from this stuff because
Sensitive topics. They don't want to touch them.
it's sensitive, it's messy, and they don't want to have these debates with people. They don't want to argue with these people that think it's all made up. But that's what makes our show different. And if it means that we helped one person, if it means that we kept one person here for another day, I'll do it every show. I'll do
Yep.
it every single episode.
Heard you wouldn't.
And as long as we are getting those responses from our viewers, I'm not going to shy away from it. And you can't shut me up. You can get on here and we'll argue for 2 hours, but you're not going to shut me up. You can send hate mail every day until you run our inbox completely out of storage.
And
but you're
we'll
not
read
gonna shut
every
me up.
one of them.
And then we'll make fun of you.
And again, like I said, in my opinion, it's the same mindset of the people that say, if you don't go vote, then I don't want to hear any complaints about politics. And that's going to be my same thing to you. If you don't have the balls enough to get on this show and discuss it with me live, then shut your mouth.
Boom.
Keyboard warriors.
Faith's comment actually reminded me of a comment from a smaller known Christian band that we've all actually seen live in concert before. What is their name? After Eden.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They had a comment because they were booked to do a show one time. The the venue did not promote their show, did not advertise it whatsoever. So they get out there on stage after the opening act, and there's 5 people there.
Wow.
And what they said at the heart was, whether it's 5 or 500, we're still going to praise God. And that's kind of mentality with this show. Whether it's 1 or 100 people listening, we're still going to just do the same thing we've been doing. We're going to be raw and honest about things. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. We're just going to give you our straight, honest opinion.
I think this episode needs some clips for social media. I'll tell you what, I'll see what I can do about that.
You know, we might lose. Our only sponsor might be after this whole episode might be Angry Vet Nation, but I'm just saying. Okay, so I want to read Medic's wifey's comment there. It says the difference is those are all also scripted, talking about other shows that do touch on these topics. This show is totally raw and unscripted. 100%. You can ask all the other guys. They don't hear these inputs. They don't hear these emails. They don't hear these submissions.
The only thing we heard prior till we went live, which was the first time in forever of hearing one read before the show was even live, was the hate mail. And that's because Napkins was already daggone fired up about it. And he was so pumped for Chad's response, he was flipping out of his chair.
Well, not only that, he was also kind of on the fence about reading it because of the way it was worded. He felt like it was a little disrespectful toward...
No Napkins. He's 100% raw and unedited in person. When do we get a live podcast in person? Ooh.
The reactions that you see on this show from the guys as I'm reading these submissions and these emails, it's real. The only person that ever skims these emails before they're read live on air is me. And I only do that because if it's got extreme profanity or it's just completely tearing someone down, I'm going to have to reword it a little bit before I read it. That's the only reason I skim through these before we go live. And sometimes I don't actually skim through them. Like the roast the host that Faith submitted. As soon as I seen what it was, I clicked out of it because I don't want to know what's coming before I read that on the air.
Dun, 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 dun. And when do we get a live podcast in person? We did mention that last episode. I think that would be fun.
I do too.
Yeah.
Be chaotic.
I'm just waiting on, Pancake to get us a studio.
Professional equipment.
We might have lost Pancake as a viewer. I mean...
Guarantees listening this morning.
Or at least whenever it goes live on the podcasting platforms. Yeah.
And speaking of mental health awareness and stuff, if anybody's going to be in or around Mooresville, Tennessee this Saturday... our ministry actually is partnering with another ministry that does, they do like addiction recovery and mental health stuff, and just that whole niche is what they focus on 100%. And we partnered with them back in the summer in Florida, and they asked us if we would again this coming Saturday. There's a big event at Cherokee National Park in Mooresville, Tennessee. And so Amanda and I will be ministering there to help raise awareness for mental health. And so if anybody is going to be in the area, definitely get connected with that ministry too. They're called Warpath Ministries, and it's going to be awesome.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome, man.
I mentioned that, and you didn't seem to like that idea.
Yeah,
in case you don't forget.
Last week, and you were like, "Wait, what? No."
Can I hold a puppy?
Can I hold a puppy? Napkins, do you need to do any plugs before we move on?
Just shout out to Angry Vet Nation for always sponsoring us and everything that we do.
And having our backs.
Yes, that's a big one. And also, let me just make sure I don't have anything else actually, because I haven't checked.
Sponsorship from L8.
I'm telling you.
We may have flushed that with this episode.
Yeah, we might have. But
look at Raj hugging your little arm.
just like I said, big shout out to Angry Vet Nation
Are
for
you
always
choking that
sponsoring us
cat?
in everything that we do. Good or bad. Yeah, that's all I've heard back on so far. So just shout out to them. Also, shout out or check out all of our socials. Check out our Be on the Quest. If you're a first time
Check out our
listener here and
Facebook.
you're yeah, and our Facebook. If you're a first time listener here and you're like, what is he talking about with these submissions? You can go to beyondthequest.com, click the contact button, and fill out a form which comes directly to us. Um, it is you can submit it anonymously. You can also submit it with your Discord or your email and be featured on the show. Like we will invite you on the show if you want to stay anonymous. We can put a voice changer on you. We can discuss stuff and debate right here live on the show if that's something you're interested in. Um, just submit that form. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook at Slim Chance Gaming, or you can email us at info@beyondthequest.com. All of our emails is listed over at slimchancegaming.com. Um, there's a little about us section, and each one of those has a little envelope that you can click on and email us directly. If you don't want it to go to everybody, but one of us in specific, you can do that. Our emails are also really easy. Like mine is napkins@slimchancegaming.com. So there's that. That's I think that's all my plugs right now.
People says hi, Rush.
And I want to say too, when you go to the website and you get ready to make your submission of your hate mail, or you get ready to click that you want to come on the show, just stop and say out loud what it is you're really thinking. And if it sounds stupid when you hear it back to yourself, you should probably hold off before you hit submit.
Also, if you
And Faith
decide
did
you want
not
to go
know.
down,
Apparently, Faith didn't know that the when you rework the site, if you were wanting to, if your submission is to more than one person, it's a check all that applies box.
yes. Also, like if you decide, hey, you know what, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna debate with napkins, or I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna discuss this because I just don't agree. You probably gonna get your feelings hurt, Cupcake, but that's just the way it is. Because as we said, this is raw and real. It's not edited. It's not staged. We gonna get on here. We gonna talk live.
And napkins won't
Um,
hold back.
so
Yeah.
just saying.
Anyways, moving on. Me and my boomer energy. Boomer alert.
You lit liquor.
Let me cook. No cap.
What a drip, bro.
It was pancake, not cupcake. Oh yeah, what was hang on, let me find that. It was in the chat.
Captain Karen and Pancake Patty.
I think it was the wife that said it. His pancake is flat. No one likes flat pancakes. That's a crepe.
So I have a question for you guys. Do we want to kind of continue with doing the roast the host and get that out of the way, or do we want to talk about stuff that's on our brain first?
We don't mind it to
Well,
me.
okay. Before we go down the roast the host, I have a question that I want to ask you guys, and this is going to be a question. You're not going to answer it right now. You're going to think about it, and before the end of the episode,
Waffles.
I will let you guys answer it. But this is a question I seen today, and it really got me thinking. So I just wanted to ask you yourself. Um, okay, have you ever watched like a scary movie, or some kind of movie or show that you were really into, and you found yourself saying out loud? And Medic, I know your wife is one of the world's worst for this. Saying out loud something like "Turn around" or "He's
Oh
behind
yeah.
you."
You gotta yell at the screen so they can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now here's my scenario. I want you to think about your life as if it is a movie or a show. The things you're going through right now, the things you're experiencing, as if you are on a screen. What question, or what advice, or what thing would the viewers be screaming at the screen to you? You don't have to answer it right now. You can think about it throughout the show. But before we end, I want to hear your responses. So, and to me, the way that it makes me think about it is it's kind of looking at your life, the things you're going through as an outsider. Which, to make this full circle, as if you are struggling with like mental health or depression or stuff, often times you don't think about your life that way. You don't take a step back and look at your life from the outsider's perspective. Like, and
And we
even
get to
if you
hear your
do,
response too, right?
yes, and even if you do, you don't think of it as if they know and see every single aspect, because in a movie and in a show, oftentimes the audience knows stuff that even the character doesn't know. So they're going to know anything and everything that's going on in your life, even the stuff that you think staying hidden behind closed doors. I just thought it was one of those really good questions that made you think, so I wanted to bring it on the
Yeah,
show.
you're making my brain hurt.
All right. So while you guys ponder that, I will go into the roast the host submissions from Faith Pulse for the new viewers or the ones that wasn't here. Last episode
Roast the host.
we did a segment called Roast the Host. Faith Pulse did not I guess understand that this was meant to roast all the hosts, so he only submitted one for Medic.
Yeah. By the
So
way,
we
I have a question for Brittany. Why
okay.
did Napkins not get any flack in the intro thing?
Yeah, her new
Um,
intro, she didn't really say anything negative about napkins, but she kind of gave it to the rest of us.
Called
but
me a boomer and a Timo lover. Hurts.
anywho, so last episode, the ones that it's not gonna be last episode we told Faith Post that he could and anybody else that happened to miss the segment that we would extend it for one more week. Anybody that wanted to submit a roast the host submission could do that, and it would be featured on this episode.
I bet Mandra Pander forgot.
Oh, Amanda Pander did forget. She didn't submit her roasts.
I was gonna say the only ones that we
She's going
received
to
was
ask.
from Faith Pulse.
Napkins is scary. Have you not heard him this morning?
Okay, so the first one is to Taco,
Ha! Not me.
and it says, Taco, you're that guy who always knows everything like the human version of Google. If Google also sighed loudly every time it had to give you an answer. You could explain the physics of why my controller drifted, the history of League patch notes from 2012, and the exact angle to throw a grenade in every FPS. But somehow, you can't figure out how to smile while doing it. You've got the knowledge, the skills, the I told you so's, but you act like winning a game is just another chore. Honestly, I think the only time you'd truly look happy is if Medic misbuilds again, so you can lecture
Why
him
am I
about
brought
it
into
for
it?
45 minutes straight.
Why you gotta bring me into it?
Faith, did you forget that I'm salty?
All right, next one is to me. It says, Napkins, you're the only guy I know who can be in a full-on boss fight and still somehow be more invested in whatever's happening on your phone. I think you missed the apocalypse because you were checking a meme or text. And when you do decide to focus, your IT skills kick in, which is terrifying because I'm pretty sure you trained under Chad. You know, fix one problem, break three others, and then act like it's a feature. Half the time I can't tell if you're running the stream or just running tech support for your phone notifications because it keeps your attention more than doing the show, which is okay, I guess, because we can see our faces shining off that chrome dome.
Well
I like how
done.
Chad got roped into it.
Right? All right. And then one for Moon Pie.
Uh-oh.
Moon Pie, I
Be
don't know
nice.
what's scarier, your Donald Trump impression or the fact that it's so accurate. I'm starting to believe you've been sneaking off to do rallies on the weekends. Like, it's unsettling how dead on it is. The hand gestures, the voice, the random tangents, it's all there. Honestly, I think the only thing more consistent than your Trump impression is your ability to not be here. The show schedule drops. Everyone else shows up, and you're like Bigfoot blurry sightings, maybe once in a while, and no proof you actually exist. Beyond the
a blurry
quest,
creature.
more like beyond Moon Pie's availability.
A Sam Squinch.
There's a slim chance I'll be here. I was
That's
looking at my
all
life.
of the. That's actually all the submissions. We had 2 hate mails and 3 roast the host. That's
Wow.
the lowest submissions that we've had in.
Donald
Maybe
Trump
ever.
ran them all off.
Oh, I should have listened to the hate mail.
It's the lowest we've had since Moon Pie made everybody in Tennessee mad over barbecue.
That did happen.
Wait, I actually had that brought up by somebody who I didn't even know listened to the show, and they were like, "Man, he really got Tennessee fired up." And I was like, "Oh, you listened to the show?"
Did you ever stop in Tennessee and try any places?
We will be in Tennessee this weekend. First time ever ministering there, so that's pretty cool.
Are we going to see a live stream of you trying Tennessee barbecue
That's the plan. We're gonna stop there.
as he gets kicked out?
We're going to Riceville, Tennessee first. After
You
the
said this was
survival.
good. This is terrible.
'Cause,
I'm just
we're-
saying, how crazy would it be if as soon as you walk in the restaurant, the owner come up and was like, "No, we heard the show. Get out."
No. Turn the camera off. Leave. We don't want you here. We need you to go somewhere else. China.
I was waiting on it.
China.
Go to China and see if you enjoy their barbecue. If you don't, you can try Tennessee's again, and you will appreciate it. China.
That is kind of scary accurate.
Yeah.
And then napkins disappeared. You ran him off. He went to China.
He went to China. He went to Russia.
He went to Russia.
He's
Most
in
likely.
Russia. He'll be back. He's
Most
coming.
likely. Where did he go?
I'm here.
Russia.
You just hiding? You didn't want to see. You didn't want people to see you looking at your phone, did you?
I'm getting a drink. I'm not even at my desk, bro.
Anyways, so that was all
Turn my
submissions,
camera
right?
back on. Hang on.
I was told to hang on.
Okay,
He disappeared.
continue.
Oh man. Well, it's been a good show, guys. I'm out. That ain't
Mayor
even
started
funny.
doing a Donald Trump impersonation.
Oh. Don't even. Don't even.
I
Anyways,
just wanted to think it'd be funny.
it's the bear. So I'm curious,
starting to-
what is
I'm
your
starting to be
response to your question?
I'm starting to, well, before I answer that, I'm starting to be more convinced that our mom has more nightmares about the bear than what you do, Medic.
Hers are just that you're bringing the bear back through the front door. She's running from it.
It's after me.
Or is it that the bear's singing and dancing like an Oompa Loompa?
Oh,
that'd be
that was
terrifying.
mean.
You went to a dark place there, Taco.
We talk about the serious things here.
We're too chaotic.
We're
But
unprofessional.
no, if,
Sorry, your audio's not good enough. We can't do this.
Fix your camera. Go to the studio.
If I was being honest, I think the thing that would be screamed at the screen the most is, "You can't be that stupid."
I can see that.
Mom's reply, "Hey, I'm not supposed to get hate mail."
Does anybody else have an answer to it yet?
Yes.
Mine would be screaming something. I just don't know what.
They would be screaming, "Why are you so boring?"
You can't know everything.
Sure he can. He tries really hard.
If we was to go back to your high school days, it would be nobody cares about Chuck Norris.
What would they be screaming at me?
Why are you eating that?
That's probably what they'd be yelling at me. Just put the chips down.
I think that's what I'd be getting screamed at. It's too late to eat that. You
Stop
don't need
talking
2
like
quarters of
that.
onion petals. Stop talking that way. Quit
No,
doing
I think-
impersonations.
The
Learn
end is
things.
important.
The end is so important.
That would be hilarious.
That would be it. Don't say fire. Wait. Do we need to explain all this? I don't know if Pancake's in the loop.
Inside jokes, you know. Ugh.
That was a good one.
Don't go
It's gonna be.
inside that.
You know what's gonna be bad is now. You know, his biggest one of his complaints was that we have too many inside jokes. It's not clear unless you've listened to all the
And now he's
episode. And
become
we're going
one.
to now we're going to turn him into an inside joke.
I just want to say how much I enjoy the fact that we have like Ninja and Faith and them that are chiming in on these inside jokes now. So take that, Pancake.
Become the thing he hated. What is it? Obi-Wan says, "Then I have become the very thing I sought to destroy."
You're supposed to bring balance to the Force. And destroy the Sith. Not join them.
It didn't work, did it?
That's wonderful.
Aha, joke's on you.
There are some churches we go in, and I think, Lord, you're not here. Why are we here?
Anyways, anything else on your brains? I'm
What
curious
were they
now.
Screaming at you.
Put the chips down.
Oh, you said that. Okay, I didn't listen to that. Sorry, I did listen. I just forgot I listened. Oh, it's getting chaotic. Let me calm down.
Need to stop.
We're just screaming into a microphone at this point.
Slow it down.
You believe.
Naps would just be seriously.
Sorry, I was just trying to hit another button.
It's okay, Pancake. Love, you will be fluffed.
He just needs some butter.
He's either going to be really mad about this episode, or he's going to find himself laughing a lot. One of the
Listen,
two.
butter makes it better.
Yeah, for all we know, this will be the second time that somebody submitted hate mail and they write back, I have to apologize.
Who was that? That was
Sushi.
Sushi. Yeah, they hated on me.
It wasn't
Something.
Dave.
Somebody.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Dave.
Something about Pancake just gives me the vibe that even if he was wrong, he would be the top that wouldn't admit it.
So he'd be Taco.
He would just still be.
What is it with
Shadow
foods?
Listener.
Yeah, he would just be a shadow listener. Jokes on him. I can see our viewers, and I will be looking for.
Same with Karen.
No.
Oh, you think Karen's gonna apologize?
No, but I do think she's listening.
No, I think your wife was saying she's going to be
All the
one that
haters.
doesn't apologize but still listens.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen the Lord do a lot of crazy things.
Hate mail still gets views.
And yeah, that's what I said. I said we're going to start trending for just because this Karen's going to blow us up on Facebook. But hey, a view's a view.
I think we
There's
should.
no such thing as bad publicity.
I might see if I can get some shorts from this episode.
You just got to turn your publicity around. Make it wonderful.
I don't know. I do think. Yeah, I think if we could get an audio clip of my my little tangent I went on whenever I said, if you don't have the balls to come on here, that might be a good one. I don't know.
Listen, Karen. Anyways,
Especially if without the context. If I
Somebody
don't
give
think
him
I
a
ever
pawpaw
actually,
fruit.
I don't think I ever actually said his name, but if I would have, without context, if I would have been like, "Listen, Pancake," people would be like, "Who's Pancake?"
It's all right. You would have called him Cupcake.
Cupcake.
Well,
Cupcake, pancake, still a cake.
I like cake. Waffles are better.
I
that's
figured
one thing
out
I
what they'd be
disagree with
screaming
Charlie
at
Kirk on.
moonshine.
Let me-
At moon pie.
Let me reconcile some stuff here. I didn't agree with him 100%. He thought pancakes were the best, absolute, no doubt. I disagree. Waffles are better. They have pockets to hold your butter.
I know what would be
Your house
getting
divided,
screamed at
Amanda
Moon
likes her
Pie's screen now.
But not the one y'all dealt with today.
do what, Medic?
I know what would be getting screamed at Moon Pie's screen.
What's that?
Grow it back.
You look like a child.
There are people who scream that at me in real life. So
Why do you shave right here?
And, you know,
that's weird.
if we ever, if Pancake ever, gets us our own professional studio and gets us marketing so that we actually get big, do you know how crazy it would be to be walking down the street and hear somebody scream, "Moon Pie, grow it back"? Love you too, man.
I think I'd be more blown away by the fact that we'd have to look at somebody and be like, "Pancake, dude, I'm sorry, you came through."
You were right. We were wrong.
That's true, Ninja. That's true. The funny thing about hate mail, you know they're listening to the next episode for your response.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. We love you,
That's what I said.
Pancake.
Karen will submit another letter after she hears this episode.
And then listen again to see our response to that. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's wonderful.
I could see, like I said, I could see her being the type after she hears this response, especially after she reads Chad's email, that it'll be posted all over social media. And she'll
I don't
be
know.
like,
Chad
"Hey,
might
you
get
know,
another
you're so
email.
professional."
Chad might get another email about shame on him for sharing that with you.
True. That was our private messages.
Yep.
How dare you? How dare you? Maybe we should put that on a shirt. Just put Karen on the front and on the back, hashtag how dare you.
I
Or
demand.
Pancake on the front and on the back, hashtag how dare you. That way they both feel involved.
We don't want anybody to feel left out.
We want you to know we care.
If we didn't care, we wouldn't make fun of you.
That's right. It's all done in love. We're laughing at you, not with you. Oh, wait. That's it.
Because we're fighters on the front line.
Heroes. Heroes.
Get it right.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Some type on a keyboard.
Typing on the keyboard.
It's true.
Well,
I am glad to have Ninja back. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
been a
Ninja.
while.
Yeah, I feel like Ninja ain't been around.
He just kind of disappeared for a while.
You know, because he's a ninja.
I've abandoned my friends.
Napkins. What are you studying?
I demand the sponsorship to end.
You're
Yeah,
not gonna
well,
finish it?
Karen, we demand get us more sponsors too.
Oh, yeah. Now what are you going to do? You've demanded, we've demanded. There's demands all around. What do you do with all these demands? Somebody's got to answer.
We demand a studio. Get up a pancake.
Oh my gosh.
They're listening right now, aren't they? What just happened?
I don't know. Probably.
You need a buy emote.
Go ahead, napkins, they say.
Okay. With the permission of Angry Vet Nation.
Uh-oh. They've already got an email, haven't they?
Chad, I cannot believe your response. Your smug, patronizing tone is exactly why I wrote in the first place. You claim to stand with Beyond the Quest, but all you've done is dismiss legitimate criticism and conflate accountability with a lack of open-mindedness. This
That's
is
a
not a
Chat
matter.
GPT word.
This is a matter of morality. You are defending a group of self-proclaimed Christians who agree with what Charlie Kirk stood for. A man who spread hate, division, and cruelty, again, to remind you. To twist that into some lesson of complex discussions or nuance is beyond insulting. It's morally repugnant. Your suggestion that my outrage is simply a reflection of my expectations is condescending and absurd. This is about values, not taste. By continuing to fund and defend these hosts, Angry Vet Nation is complicit in promoting hypocrisy and toxic rhetoric. Your proud support for them does not absolve the ethical failure, it reinforces it. I urge you to reconsider where your loyalty lies. Your organization claims to support veterans, first responders, and principles of integrity, but by standing by this podcast under these circumstances is a betrayal of that very mission.
So,
Nice.
first of all, I wonder
Can
if
I
they use
point out the obvious real
ChatGPT
quick?
or a thesaurus.
Can I point out the obvious real quick that's really like just bugging the crap out of me about this whole situation with her?
That she's doing exactly what she's blaming everybody else for.
Yes. Like the whole thing of, you know, I'm a Christian and I'm going to keep showing love, but I'm going to get on here and hate and judge the crap out of this show.
Yep.
A little hypocritical
Aren't all
there, don't you
Christians
think?
Self-proclaimed?
Isn't it pretty hypocritical to accuse somebody of spreading divisiveness?
Tell them to join the show,
cruelty,
Ninja says.
not giving any examples of how they did any of those things?
Exactly.
It would be hilarious if they joined the show. I'd be like, welcome, Karen. I mean, frontline fighter, whatever you are. She likes to repeat herself.
You Chad's
Aren't-
response.
Aren't all
Oh, did he
Christians
already
self-proclaimed?
answer?
Responded to this one too?
Yes.
Here we go.
Dear Karen, thank you again for your spirited follow-up. I must say, it's almost impressive how much energy you've devoted to being offended over a podcast. Really, it takes dedication to craft such a floridly indignant letter over a podcast discussion. Bravo, truly. Let's get something clear. Angry Vet Nation evaluates our partnerships not by outrage or moral panic, but by the impact, integrity, and intent of the people we support. Beyond the Quest consistently demonstrates transparency, authenticity, and a willingness to wrestle with tough ideas. Don't believe me? Just listen to today's episode. These qualities are much rarer than your email suggests. You seem to equate agreement with nuance as moral failure. That's quaint to say the least. Engaging with challenging viewpoints doesn't make someone complicit in hate, it makes them human. And for what it's worth, it's perfectly fine, even necessary, for our faith-based community to encounter ideas that make them uncomfortable. Growth often feels uncomfortable.
Truth.
We understand that if that level of I can't say that word, Chad. That's a
Subtlety?
big word.
Subtlety, probably.
Is lost on you. Not every discussion is meant to be digestible or simple, and it's certainly not our role to curate content to avoid bruising delicate sensibilities. We encourage our partners to reach into the uncomfortable. In fact, it makes us proud. So yes, we remain proud to stand by Beyond the Quest and its hosts. If that rankles you, I can assure you we're not losing sleep. We'll continue to support voices that challenge, question, and sometimes make people uncomfortable because that's exactly what builds thoughtful, resilient communities. With warm regards, Chad.
And to add to that, that's exactly what Charlie Kirk did. He didn't spread hate.
How dare you bring it back up?
That was an amazing response.
And I'm pretty sure when we first brought up the Charlie Kirk thing, I flat out said I didn't agree with everything that I ever heard the man say. I'm pretty sure that was a statement.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
Yep.
But it didn't go along with the mode of,
We should hate.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I
did
think
say
you
if
should read your
if
wife's
you
comment.
think that all he was doing was spreading hate and whatnot, I said, why listen to him then?
Go.
It was all voluntary. He didn't make anybody come talk to him, so I don't understand what the problem was.
Looking at the chat.
The
on my
wife
end, it looks
says-
like your wife took it explicitly.
She
So
is
let's
probably
start.
one of the people who lost their job because they posted they were happy that he was murdered and have nothing better to do than be a keyboard warrior. Bye, Karen.
Well, and here's my
Keep
next
scrolling.
here's my next point. Nobody's forcing Karen or Frontline Warrior, whatever she goes by, to listen to the show.
But they keep
If
coming
it feeds
back.
you that much,
We got him
go.
hooked, baby.
Let it go. Let it go.
You can't, though, because
It's like when
they have to
Howard
win the
Stern first got
argument.
Popular. They interviewed people who listened to his show, and they're like, "Why do you listen to his show if you don't like him?" Well, I want to know what he says next. Why do you listen to his show if you do like him? I want to know what he says next. That's what we are.
I love that in that last paragraph, Chad. If that rankles you, I can assure you we're not losing sleep.
That was wonderful.
You've done well,
Amazing.
Chad. You've done well.
Oh, very good, Chad Hopper.
Chad Hopper. He gets a new name every episode. Chad Hopper. Oh, this has been worth it.
Can we make a sticker of Chad as a grasshopper? That'd be cool.
I wish I would come across your post over this.
Bring on the viewers.
Oh Lord, you're getting her fired up now.
I kind of just want to extend this episode just a little bit longer because I already know she's typing a response.
Has to be.
know.
Well, she's got to
Has to be.
get either Chat GBT or dictionary out to find some of them words.
You gotta wait for that.
You have to.
It'd be funny if Chat GPT was like, I can't give you a response because I don't agree with you.
I'd laugh. Chat GPT was like, you know how ridiculous you sound right now.
That's what I said. Read it out loud first. And if it sounds stupid, don't hit submit.
Unless you're prepared.
Well,
You have some thick skin.
you gotta get some thick skin.
Well, while we're waiting, napkins, what's on your brain?
My brain, I feel like I've just word vomited it all out this morning, to be honest.
Oh, have you? He's staring at that screen like it's going to just BAM happen.
I'm just waiting.
Boom,
I'm
there it
waiting.
is.
Moon pie?
Yeah.
Let's see, you all are, what, North Carolina?
Yep.
You can stop by Neebs Gaming? Tell them what up.
Might.
Oh, I'm fired up. You're going to have to find some earplugs because I'm going to rant about Karen and Pancake all day. But don't worry, I'll say a prayer for y'all's hardened hearts and
As well.
as Pancake and Karen. In other news, did y'all hear about the shooting and fire at the church in Michigan? I did.
Yeah. Yeah. I did hear that.
It
It's
was
tragic.
LDS Church. As of right now, all they really know is that the guy was a 40-year-old veteran of the Iraq War. Nobody knows why he did it.
There was also a shooting here in North Carolina. The guy was also a Marine veteran, but he had been diagnosed with schizophrenia and had a lot of mental health issues. And I can't help but wonder if his wasn't just a case of needing help and
VA
wasn't
dragging their feet.
and wasn't getting the help that he needed. It's kind of heartbreaking all around.
Yeah, there's some people within our company that are veterans that have talked about how difficult it is for them dealing with the VA.
Yeah.
One of them even said one of the worst things is when you call the VA, the very first thing that you hear is, "Are you thinking of hurting yourself today?" Like, the way he put it is, if you're not having thoughts like that, they're putting them into your head as soon as you call them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard dealing with the VA is just a pain anyway. A very slow process.
Yep.
They drag their feet, that's for sure.
Like Mama's suggestion, if Karen writes back to you, Chad, tell her to come on the show.
Well,
Tell her if she feels that strongly about her opinions, come on the show. And like Napkin said, prove us wrong.
I would just like to know what all the hate was that spreading evil and whatnot that everybody got from Charlie Kirk so much.
People pulling clips out of context and claiming that that was his worldview.
and then people just listening to the clips instead of going to see what was actually said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I guess
Like
that's
that.
where I made the mistake of going and watching actual things.
Yeah.
Can
Like
Chad
it's,
challenge her if she responded to him? Because she sure won't respond to the boys.
You're probably right.
Oh, that would be interesting if we hosted one with Chad and her debating.
Dude, that would be fun.
Who will win, Chad or Karen?
I can already tell you Chad would win because she wouldn't know how to respond to text talk.
Right.
Text talk, and she'd be like, hang on, let me ask Chat GBT.
I don't know what this means.
I don't have my thesaurus out.
Why use lot word when few word do trick?
Very good, Chat Hopper, very good.
They see. They see.
Oh, man.
I think it was your stream, wasn't it? Moonpipe Vet stopped in. He was saying, he's proud of how Chad's been working, been at the office so late and stuff. Now if he could just get him to quit talking and
Yeah,
text.
he said if we could just get him to quit talking and text.
Naps, you should have both. Uh-oh.
Ooh boy.
Here it is, y'all.
I'm
We knew it
refreshing.
was
Hang
coming.
on.
I'm starting to think the theory of her getting fired is right because I mean
That's
it's a
what she's
Monday.
trying to do to us? Yeah.
It's a Monday at like what is it, 10:54?
Well, here's my thing,
She
too.
says,
Oh, yeah, okay, go ahead.
wow. Just wow. Your response is unbelievable. You've managed to completely miss the point while patting yourself on the back for defending the indefensible. Calling my outrage spirited and floridly indignant is not clever. It's condescending, dismissive, and exactly why I wrote in the first place. You say you support impact, integrity, and intent, yet you defend a podcast whose host openly aligned in any way with Charlie Kirk, a man who did nothing but spread hate and division. How many times she gonna say
Same
that?
thing again.
With
With no
examples.
context.
Copy paste.
That's not nuance. That's hypocrisy. That's actively eroding the values you claim to uphold, and your attempt to frame my disgust as an inability to handle discomfort is insulting. This isn't about comfort, it's about morality. You talk about delicate sensibilities and growth while defending people who publicly validate cruelty. That's not growth, that's cowardice disguised as sophistication. If AVN truly cared about integrity, justice, or the well-being of the community you claim to serve, you would immediately sever this sponsorship and publicly denounce the moral failings of Beyond the Quest. Instead of chosen condensation and excuses, you've chosen to side with people who undermine Christian values and promote divisive
Canceled.
rhetoric. That's on you, and I won't be silenced.
Actually you will. Because all we have to do is hit block.
Well, here's his response. Well, I must say your dedication to this correspondence has been impressive. Truly, very few people can sustain this level of moral indignation over a single podcast episode. You have clearly poured your heart, soul, keyboard, and chat GPT into expressing just how offended you really are. Rest assured your passion is noted. Let me be crystal clear one final time. Angry Vet Nation stands proudly with Beyond the Quest. We value thoughtful, authentic voices who engage with complexity, wrestle with difficult ideas, and occasionally make some people uncomfortable. This is not a moral failing as you claim. It is the very definition of honest conversation and healthy debate. We also feel it is worth noting that attacking a show and trying to get it shut down over a differing opinion is not very Christian nor Christ-like.
Well,
Let me ask you this. Assuming you go to church, do you agree with every single word that your pastor says? If not, do you immediately demand they be removed from their position? How is this any different than what you're doing today? The point is, differing opinions exist, and it is healthy to engage with them rather than trying to silence them. If you are that offended or disagree that much, turn it off. Or better yet, come on the show and debate live. The host and we, as their official sponsor, invite you to join the conversation in real time, rather than writing angry letters that go nowhere. So with all due respect, this will be our final response. Beyond the Quest continues to have our full support, and if you choose to withdraw your attention, we understand. If you continue to write, we will continue to read, politely, patiently, and without the slightest change in our stance or heart. With warm regard, Chad.
Wow.
Wonderful.
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 Slow clap. That was amazing.
Insert your fired meme from Cat in the Hat.
That's true. Can you imagine the hate mail Charlie Kirk got daily?
Yeah.
They probably sent hate mail the day he got murdered, too, to say, I can't believe you got murdered just so you wouldn't have to hear my hate mail.
Probably.
Stupidity.
Stupid is, stupid does.
You know, the most impressive part to me is they can only
I'm
repeat
telling
over
you.
and over hate and cruelty and blah 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 with no examples. Not even the first one.
I think it was just copy and pasted. I think they literally copy and pasted the conversation and put it into Chat GPT and was like, respond to this.
Probably.
And again, because it's Chat GPT, it couldn't find any examples to fill in that blank, so it just used the same line.
Over and over and over.
Chad,
Oh,
I'm
man.
so proud of you today.
Oh, Chad Hopper become Chad Master.
So is this the type of stresses that you talk about that you have to deal with daily?
Or has this just been really nice to let you vent?
I couldn't find a hand clap, so I sent Bob Ross.
Ninja has sent me a clip from the show and says, I mentioned demons and Taco's cat looked right at the camera. Listen, it's a love-hate relationship with that cat. Vent. See, and people think God doesn't have a sense of humor to let... Come on. What better way to let you vent than deal with Karen?
Water everywhere, bro.
It's like when the Bible says that the Lord allowed an evil spirit to come upon King Saul. I wonder if the Lord allows stupid spirits to come upon people like that.
Do you see the water dripping on my desk?
What did you do?
You said that mid-drink, and I literally spit water everywhere.
You should probably not do that. Oh, hey, you found a hand clap one. Way to go, you.
I couldn't find
It's
it.
pretty great.
She's probably watching on her phone. You can use phone emojis on.
Well, I have a better one. Look at this. This is daggone, Chad. You've made me so proud today, Chad. I have to say.
I agree.
Daggone great.
The
My
power.
keyboard's
you
wet,
make-
my mouse is wet.
You make me very, very proud. And you know what? I didn't think I could be more proud to have that. Proudly sponsored by Angry Vent Nation on every stream.
Yeah, I found,
There's how we know Chad's the one actually typing.
Found our Karen, look.
Oh my.
Ninja's always got the cool dancing ones.
Oh my gosh, I like Charlie Brown.
Could you imagine if Amy got to respond to those? It was even better. We had Chamey.
Amy would just respond with like a picture of the lady's house.
she wasn't already fired, she would be now.
Oh, this has been amazing.
How are you going to try to threaten somebody's sponsor because they refuse to cancel a show?
On a podcast show you're not required to listen to. Let's be clear on that. Like there's nothing forcing her to do it.
The Spirit of the Lord. I can't turn away.
I do have a feeling we'll have more hate mail from her.
It's awesome.
Excited for it.
It's
I'm
fantastic.
certain that we'll have a couple more replies after this episode.
Yeah, I'm excited to see napkins all fired up again.
I just hope Pancake can come to the realization that we are not professionals. Because I would like Pancake and us to be friends.
It's the spirit of something in here.
Yeah, Pancake, just straighten up and get a studio. I'll be alright.
Buy us a studio. If you listen, Pancake, we can work this out. It's been amazing. It's wonderful. We don't say we're the best. Everybody else says it. We don't say it. Other people do.
Just ask them.
We're not in China. We're in America. But we are on the top 200 podcast list around the world in different countries. But we're not professional enough for you. We understand. We understand. Take it up with France.
You know, you lost all of our France viewers, I'm sure.
Sacre bleu. Pooping in the river and smoking cigarettes.
What?
They use the metric system and it makes no sense. I blame the French. Yes, I do.
We can get an impromptu song bashing the French so we can't get a remake of one of cartoons got saved.
That's what I was supposed to be working on. How come nobody takes me this?
Because we've told you 10 times.
No. Can someone, like, message me randomly midweek and be like, hey, are you working on your song?
Speaking of, is Anastasia here today, Napkins?
No.
No,
Wow.
silly. She's in Russia. Russia. I love he has to do the face with it, though.
You have to do the face. If you don't do the face, you didn't really say it.
She's got to watch this one.
We just lost views in Russia.
Oh, well, this has been fun. Anything else on your brains, fellas?
Maybe Vladimir Putin would give us a studio. He gave a guy a motorcycle. So.
Did we hear about the Nicolas Cage's Snake Eyes movie? I have not.
I have heard of that. I've seen where the guy in the movie that gets shot in the neck. His name is Charlie Kirkland. There's a lot of other similarities, but I don't know. I think I do think there's predictive programming. I do think some stuff is. I'm not got my tinfoil hat on or anything, but
I mean, watch The Simpsons.
I also think some stuff is a stretch too, and that people will look for anything they can to and the crazy thing is you can find stuff on both sides of the spectrum to fit either story, and it just like
don't you be fair about anything right now.
So I've got to the point where I'm no longer digging into conspiracy theories, and I don't even want to know what really happened. I just want the truth of Jesus. And one day I plan to make it into heaven and cast my crown at his feet. And
You hear the
nothing
Donald
else
Trump in
really
that?
matters.
I hear the Donald Trump in that.
It's kind of coming out, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm just working my way into heaven, trying to do what I can. It's all about works. I don't know what this grace is you speak of. It's all about works.
Napkins,
Yes, sir.
you got anything else, brother?
I don't think so.
See, that's his Joe Biden impersonation because there's nothing on his brain. Too soon?
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Hey, listen, I am sleepy. I got like 2.5 hours of sleep.
All of his adrenaline's wearing off. He's gonna crash out.
Come on, man.
That anger high it's gone now.
I just saw that napkin unwad.
Yes.
Nap.
She
want
did
the nap
not.
Chapter. Oh,
She did
man.
not.
Wow.
If
Wow.
she did, we've got to hear it.
I would just say that K. K.
Just respond to her in text language. Next chapter. Speaking of chapter, how is the nap story?
I've kind of hit like a
He's already got writer's block.
writer's block. Yeah.
Well, I know this person you can message that'll teach you how to use ChatGPT to help. They even give you big words.
Big words.
Oh my, Chad, you didn't.
Oh Lord.
What? What? Chad did what?
This has turned into a more compelling story than any soap opera.
What? I'm still.
invested.
The suspense is killing me.
Chad, how dare you casually dismiss me with the thinly veiled Karen remark? Reducing a concerned, thoughtful listener to a stereotype is not only insulting, it's condescending and entirely inappropriate coming from someone in your position. I did not want to complain about minor annoyances. I wrote to call out what I see as a moral failing in your sponsorship that the host's behavior. That deserves to be taken seriously, not mocked. As for your points, yes, I understand that not every opinion will align perfectly with every Christian viewpoint, and no, I do not demand the pastors be removed from a single word I disagree with. But that comparison is a false equivalent. We are not discussing a single sermon or a minor disagreement. We are talking about the active agreement with a public figure who promoted hate and division.
No, you're
which is
talking about
profoundly
something you didn't agree with.
incompatible with the values your organization claims to uphold.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
a matter of ethics, not personal preference. Your suggestion that I simply turn it off ignores the impact of your sponsorship. By funding and publicly supporting Beyond the Quest, AVN is amplifying content that I, and surely many others, find morally objectionable. This is not a matter of comfort, it's a matter of principle.
Matter of
Finally,
common
the
sense.
invitation to debate live is noted, but a live debate does not erase the ethical concern of endorsing a podcast that publicly aligns itself, however subtly, with hateful rhetoric. Accountability is not the same as tolerance, and your response seems designed to conflate the two. All right. Chad's subject says enough. Dear Karen, let's get one thing straight. Calling you a Karen wasn't an insult, it was an observation. You're demanding, entitled, and convinced the world owes you compliance. Frankly, it fits. We are done engaging with your outrage. Angry Vet Nation stands with Beyond the Quest unequivocally. Again, we support hosts who wrestle with the ideas, challenge their audience, and sometimes make people uncomfortable. And yes, that includes discussions that you personally dislike. That's called free thought. That's called honesty. That's called being an adult. So here is the final offer. Either come on the show and debate live, or respectfully, shut up. Continue writing letters and we won't respond. Because we're done humoring lectures from someone who clearly believes every disagreement is a moral failing, and if they don't agree with Karen, then they're wrong. This is our last word. Beyond the Quest has our full support, and nothing you ever say will change that. You can scream into our inbox all you want. It doesn't alter reality. Unrespectfully, Chad, CEO, Angry Vet Nation.
Next response, they will be asking for a manager.
I want to speak to your manager. That's amazing.
Oh man.
And never did provide a source.
Yeah, That's my
No.
thing
Oh.
about it.
But
If you
never
want to keep
once.
claiming that we're supporting hate and everything, list a source. Give one
Hateful
example.
rhetoric.
And then it even turned into, even though subtly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was no subtlety to it. Like, from the get-go, Chad has just called it out.
Much love, Chad. Much love.
Either come on the show and debate or shut up.
And I like how there's no response to the fact that she's been using Chat GPT for everything.
We did just get a submission to our inbox. Well, it was a form submission. It was from Mysterious Potato, and it says, "Don't worry about it." And it says, "What's your favorite type of potato?"
What's your favorite type of potato? Wow. Like, does he mean way that they're prepared, or like a
I'm gonna say
specific
a
type
loaded-
of potato?
I'm gonna say a loaded baked potato. That's my favorite.
Okay, I think my favorite is you cook them sort of like halfway and then smash them down and season them, and then you fry them in butter, and it's like a smashed potato. So good.
I'm torn.
Ooh, or a baby potato. Those baby potatoes. Oh my
That's
gosh.
the ones you use.
Because
to
you can
smash.
boil them, smash
I
them, or
don't
stick
like-
them in
I
a
don't
stew. I'm really
I don't
torn.
like smashing them though. I like. So this is gonna sound really weird.
Potatoes, potatoes.
But if you roast the potatoes or you air fry them, and you pull them just I'm not talking where they're really hard, but just a tiny bit early.
I don't
to
know.
where whenever you
Chick-fil-A
bite 'em, they
waffle
kinda
fries are
pop.
the bomb.
That's 10 out of 10.
Do like waffle fries.
See, I like fries, but
Oh,
I like
many of them.
I like baked potatoes with ranch, cheese, and chives. But I also like potato skins. I love chips. I don't know.
I can tell you
My
what I don't
favorite
like.
enjoy
answer
sweet
is like
potatoes.
peacock.
I don't like spiritual potatoes.
I'm not a big fan of sweet potatoes.
People who stay in the what? Have you never had sweet potato fries with like a butter caramel cinnamon dipping sauce?
Like a brown sugar.
You ever
or
compared that to a waffle fry?
I mean, they're both equally good.
Nope.
I'm offended. I'm gonna go write Chad a letter about this.
Do it. Heard you wouldn't.
think you need
Get
to
on
get that
ChatGPT,
up
buddy.
there.
All in any of them.
Chad, you know what I want, right?
Oh, I want to know.
He wants the email address. Already on it.
I
Now
get
I'm-
the feeling that may have been Amy sending that message.
Curiosity is piqued.
I'm invested.
I would laugh if she really wrote back wanting to speak to a manager.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
great.
Just connect her to Amy. Here's my manager. She gets a phone call from Amy.
Would that be terrifying, Napkins?
Oh yes.
Wonderful. I am a fan of potatoes. Not spiritual
Who
ones. They
doesn't
got
like
eyes but
potatoes?
can't see.
That's my question.
Mr. Patel, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
The funny part was when he paused, like, don't worry about it.
I thought that was
thought
it.
It was Amy.
She spoke the bear.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well.
told you.
Record it and play it on the show.
Clip it.
Start the next show with, like, you know those sad, the animal shelter commercials? Yes.
It shows all of our pictures in black and white.
Karen, California.
You doing your Donald Trump impression in black and white?
Mom says, please make it happen.
But what I was gonna
Tell me you're
say,
a liberal without telling me you're a liberal.
Right?
what was funny was when he done that pause, like, don't worry about it.
Well, at
But what
first-
in my head, I heard him say it in the Donald Trump impersonation. So worry about
I'm not going to I'm not gonna lie. So the way that the new form, I don't really want to share my screen on stream because it's got like our stuff in it. But anywho, so let me see. I might be able to do this.
I love that you all have Anger Vet Nation in your corner. They truly are the best sponsor. Thank you to the whole team. You guys rock. Even Brittany. Share my feelings at the beginning of the show, but even Brittany. Even if she does like Lux and Timo.
AVN is the best.
What I don't understand about these people saying Charlie was spreading hate, etc. I get it. Some of his views weren't great, but trying to say this man deserved death over his beliefs just blows my mind. Exactly. And this whole wanting shows and stuff pulled because they agreed with Charlie Kirk. There's a difference in I'm happy and celebrating somebody was murdered getting your job taking or something compared to, well, I mean, he believed in America again. He believed in God again. Oh, well, you don't deserve to have a job or a show. There's a big difference there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
you see,
and
there's this
so
line,
here's-
and you decided
They
to go way
riot
over
in the
here.
streets. We hold prayer visuals.
There's
Here's the thing, like these people, and there's some of them that's like, well, I'm not glad he's dead, but I'm glad that he shut up, and it's like, isn't that the same thing?
Exactly.
well, there's a lot of them complaining, saying that it was wrong and it breaks all the amendments and blah blah, that they lost their jobs for their freedom of speech and what they posted on Facebook and blah blah. Could you imagine getting shot for it?
Right?
Yeah, and it doesn't break an amendment in the slightest bit. You still had the freedom to say and post those things.
But
That
there are
doesn't mean you're
consequences,
immune from the consequences.
especially
So-
when your workplace has specific guidelines.
Yeah, that's what a lot of it boils down to, is that you agreed to those guidelines when you took those jobs on what you would post on socials.
Okay, if anybody has my stream pulled up, I did just now put a screenshot of the way that the forms come in now, and you got to keep in mind that is an email preview. So if you're scrolled up, you can't see the actual message part. So I was scrolled up, and the only thing I seen was down to where it says EM Taco. So I didn't see the message part whenever I first clicked on it. So that's why I said, don't worry about it, because that's what they put in for their email or Discord username. And then whenever I scrolled down, I was like, oh, there's the rest of the message.
It's still great, though. That pause made it wonderful.
For some reason, Napkin's stream is like took up my entire screen. I can't see nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Greta's goodies. Don't worry about it.
Hashtag taters. Potatoes, potatoes.
It would be pretty amazing to know how that whole thing plays out.
Yeah.
China.
China.
China. Well, actually,
Well, actually.
It's funny because the boys will say that now, especially Judah. He says that anytime we're talking about something, he'll say, "Well, actually," and we're like, "Okay, calm down, you're acting like your uncle."
uh,
Is that
This has
when,
been good.
The other son chimes in with the one who looks Asian?
I just want to talk to her.
No, they think you're Mexican.
No. I distinctly remember last year when Josiah ran up to me. Why do you look Asian, but Dad doesn't?
Oh my gosh, I never knew about this.
Yeah,
This is the
it
first
happened
time
in
here.
It happened in your camper, right in front of you, and your wife. And you both immediately went, Josiah! And I was just laughing. I thought
I
it
don't
was
remember
great.
this. Oh my gosh, why do you look Asian? You know how I know you're Asian? I was gonna say another word, but we got enough hate now.
Oh, and napkins. We're
I
already
just needed
back
to
to
be
your head.
known. I love the Asians. Their food is amazing. It's wonderful.
I had a joke I had screenshotted, but I don't know if I should share.
You might as well.
It's not really a joke as much as it was like a thing. It was am I butthole thing, and it said that this woman went into McDonald's. There's this little girl, probably about 8, in line next to her. And this little girl just looks up at her and says, "Why are you so ugly?" So she said, I bent down in the calmest voice and said, "I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, but I'm actually you from the future.
Disconnected.
What?
User disconnected from your channel.
Whoa! What just happened?
User joined your channel.
The last thing I heard
Did
was
that kick
I'm not
your
supposed to
recording
tell
too?
anybody this.
What happened there?
Uh-oh.
What a cliffhanger.
User started recording.
Anyway, she said,
You done made Karen mad. Oh no!
she said, I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, but I have a time machine and I'm actually you from the future. And it says this little girl just hysterically cried for 20 minutes straight.
That's wonderful.
You kicked me.
What is up?
Y'all went and made Karen and Pancake mad. Now they're taking over stream.
They've wrote a letter to Twitch to get us all banned.
A very strongly worded chat GBT letter.
I was going to say with the support of ChatGPT, of course.
It's killing creativity everywhere.
Yeah, it's telling me my stream's attempting to reconnect now.
But you're still here.
All right, fellers. Anything else on the brain?
Just want to say,
I just can't wait to hear if Amy gets to talk to
yeah,
this person.
that would be amazing. We need a special episode just for that.
A live in-person episode for this.
And I would like to say, let it be known, we do joke around and we have fun. We don't hate anybody, but I mean, when you send idiotic things like that, whether it's
We like to joke and have fun, don't hate anybody, but when you're an idiot,
you're opening yourself up to being poked at. I mean, it is what it is. So we do love you, and I do hope that Pancake comes to his senses and either A, provides us with a studio, or B, learns to just listen to the show. But other than that, eat waffles. Thank you, America. Vote for me.
Yes, a million saw it live. I have seen a lot in my career that was different, that hit me, that put me in a headspace that I struggled to get out of. After a lot of praying, seeing revival come out of it, seeing a woman forgive a man who just murdered her husband, the faith they both had, watching many full videos. I can't see where the hate was. No, I don't agree with all he said, but there wasn't hate, and no one deserves to die that way. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I'm
my
gonna
chat
say
just
this.
now started loading.
I don't care how bad that you hate somebody.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's what it was. It had to have been hate. I don't care how bad you hate somebody. There is no child in this world that should have to watch their parent die in front of their eyes, let alone die that way.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
And that's like you got a lot of people who's now they're attacking his wife
Yeah.
because she's carrying on with his show and stuff, and they're like, you should still be grieving and all this. And I'm like, listen, they're both saved. They know where he is. For the believer, death is not the end. It's simply the beginning of our reward.
And she even tried to explain, like when they done the big memorial thing when she got up to talk, that Charlie's goal was to help young men, even just like the one that took his life.
Yeah.
It wasn't to go hate on people.
But when everything's filtered through a skewed lens,
Yep.
and I could label that lens with some letters for the alphabet, but I won't do it.
All right, fellers. all brains clear?
I have one other thing on my brain I would like to say.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
Boom slag.
Don't worry about it.
I do hope we get further update from Amy over that situation.
I do too. I'm sure if something comes of it, we will hear of it.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure we will also have more hate mail.
Can't wait.
especially if Karen doesn't get the responses she wants from Chad, she's gonna come back to us. And be like, here's my words to you.
I'm gonna be like,
Can't wait till
we
she
need you to
hears
submit an official letter to AVN, please.
I sincerely
Can you send this to your
cannot
sponsor for me?
wait.
It'd be amazing. It'd be wonderful. Everyone would love it.
Make sure y'all check out slimchancegaming.com, beyondthequest.com, davis-ministries.com.
There you go.
Karen and Pancake will team up. The Care Cake. Frontline Faithwear is live. Go buy things.
Lots of cool things on there.
Rep
Check out
your
all of
faith
our
and
socials,
style.
including Facebook.
Christmas is
And
coming.
check out for YouTube Slim Chance Gaming Crew.
Yeah, those
Got
things.
Lots of videos on there.
Check
And
out
I
all
will
our
see
socials.
what I can do to get some clips of this episode for naps to post on the Beyond the Quest TikTok. See where it goes.
And don't forget to do stuff and things. I don't remember where I was going with that.
China.
SCG merch is live on slimchancegaming.com. If you have any ideas that you want to see on any of the merch sites, submit them. You can either message me on our Discord or on the slimchancegaming.com. There's a way to contact me on there.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
email buttons.
Email buttons are on there.
Yeah, your button just-
And Greta's Goodies, because they ship.
Check them out. Facebook.
Do it. Before we wrap up, I do want to just say a huge thank you to AVN for having our back.
Yeah.
Best
I remember what I
sponsor
was going to say.
could ask for.
If you have any...
First of all, you need to put the gun down.
If you have any topics or suggestions that you want us to talk about on the faith-based show,
Yes.
which is Beyond the Brokenness, please submit those at beyondthequest.com.
Need new topic
There's an
ideas?
option.
Somebody lost them all.
There is an option where you can choose faith-based show and submit your topic ideas, your discussions, your questions, whatever it is that you have heavy on your heart that you would like to be talked about on a
That's all, folks.
a heavily faith-based show. Submit those there. Our next Beyond the Brokenness, if nothing happens, will take place on November 7th.
What?
October 7th.
I was going to say,
Why are
we skipping a
taking
month?
I thought we were doing Holy Ghost stories. on the month
He's
of
like, it's my
October.
birthday month. We ain't doing none of it.
October 7th. October 7th. Also, make sure you follow all of our Twitch pages. Thinking about doing a birthday stream.
And I believe
good.
Cal is like 3 followers
will
away
have-
from hitting affiliate.
Yeah.
I will have my entire birthday weekend off, and I'm considering doing a birthday stream. I don't know yet.
Dun 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 dun! And he can play with this Russian girlfriend because they like scary games.
I was also going to mention too that starting on Thursday, if you have the Epic Games Store and you like the survival games, Nightingale will be free.
Also, we haven't really discussed it, so just we'll announce it on our Facebook and our websites and everything and our Discord on if we decide to do it this year. But we have also discussed possibly doing another Fear Fest / Horror Fest that we've done every October. Not sure if we're going to do that this year, but just follow all of our socials and Facebook, and we'll announce that there very, very, very soon. Because if we are going to do that, then that would take place for the month of October.
That it?
But anyhow,
don't forget,
That's
just because we don't agree don't mean we don't love.
That's true.
Okay? Till next time. Love y'all. Jesus loves you more. Bye!
Bye.
See you later. Chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. Magnetic napkins and taco as you guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow. Faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes moon pie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest